What's going on, y'all? My name is Jack. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little winter lake trout catch and cook, as well as showing y'all the most effective setup that I've found for catching these winter lake trout in the Appalachian mountains. With that, I'm going to show y'all my setup, what I'm fishing with, how I'm fishing it, where I'm fishing, and how I'm making these decisions. So if this is something that interests y'all, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, come back and visit us. But it is just about 12:30 right now, and the only thing that I've eaten is a wad of ham that I found inside the fridge. So I'm gonna try to get down on the lake and get moving with this process as quick as I can. So I will catch up with y'all on the banks of the lake. All right, y'all, so I finally got down here to the lake. It is an absolutely beautiful day out here. I was out here yesterday. It was so foggy that I couldn't see the bank on the other side, and it was windy, and it was just miserable to be out here. So I'm pretty happy about this. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get a line in the water. So I am not embarrassed to say this, but I had to steal my fiance's reel off of her rod. I'm so happy that she loves fishing, but she had the only 4-pound monofilament that we had on her reel, and so I took that and I put it on my. I think this is like a 70s ultralight rod, but I got it from my best friend Jordan. He gave it to me just because I guess his father doesn't really do any freshwater fishing, so there's no need for tackle this light. So that's what I'm fishing with today, and then I'm gonna show you all the setup right after this. All right, so the setup that I'm fishing with today, what we're looking at is a 4-pound monofilament, and this is gonna be a little bit, unorthodox, but I run them down to bullet weights, because I don't use those oval slip weights. I don't use them for anything but this. So I mean, it's the same concept, but I use this in front of my rooster tails, so it sort of saves me money and I don't have to go buy other stuff. I don't feel like doing all that stuff. So slip weights down to a swivel, and the swivel keeps these weights from running up onto the leader. And so the leader that I'm running is a 4-pound monofilament again. Excuse this wind, but I'm just having to work with what I've got. The leader is just about maybe 3 feet long, maybe 3.5, that runs down to a size 8 hook. And on that hook, we are baited with power bait. I've been running a yellow power bait. It seems to be the most effective one that I've found so far. So that's what I'm running today. Let's get a line out in the water and hopefully we can get a fish on. All right, y'all, we got one on, making it happen just in time because I was fixing to eat my hand. It is extremely windy out here, so cooking's gonna be interesting for sure, but I think this thing's gonna take off the moment that it sees shore. Yep, there it goes. All right. So what I ended up doing was I didn't like the length on my leader, so I extended it out just about, God, that is one pretty fish. I extended it out probably, come on, there we go. I extended it out probably another foot, and it ended up working great. So there, I gotta get my hand wet so I don't drop this daggone fish. Because, alright, that's not happening. Whatever. Let's get him out of here. Man, if these aren't the prettiest fish in the world, then I don't know what is, but look at that. Look at that fish. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing cooked up. So we want to kill this in the most humane way possible, so I'm going to go ahead and dispatch it. Basically what I'm doing, I take a stick right on top of the head, knocks them out, they're gone forever. So let's just go ahead and get that done. I'm sure I'm going to have to botch this out or whatever, but see, I just hit my hand so hard, and it is so cold. All right, and he's out. See its tail moving. That's its nervous system trying to run. That is a successful dispatch. Let's get this thing cut up, gutted, and we'll get it cooking. So I got this cool little setup that I bring with me when I go fishing. I'm gonna do some of this stuff. I'm gonna try to get this filmed. It's a pack where you unzip it and you pop it open, and you have the handle for your fillet knife, and you can just grab the blade out. You fit the blade on here, and then you flip this shut, and then you got your fillet knife. I love this, and if I can find the link to this, I'm pretty sure that they're pretty cheap, but if I can find the link to this, I'll post it in the description. So guys, I'm gonna try to do this the most effective way possible. Whew, that's cold. Give me 1 second. I like to go straight from the butt and cut it all the way up to the gills. Just like that, right? And what that allows you to do is in one swift, clean motion, you can reach in and pull all of the good stuff out of the inside, like so. Throw that back to be consumed by nature. And there it is. It has been gutted. So, for those of you who don't know, trout have a bloodline that runs right along their spinal cord. And so, you go in there, you can just cut that and push all of that out. Now you got a gutted trout. And what I typically do when I'm cooking them, though sometimes I do decide to leave the head on, I'll go through into the lungs, cut right through here, pop the head off. And I'm sorry if this is graphic, but it is the way of the world. If you do eat fish, this is done. Every single fish that you've ever had, from fillet of fish at McDonald's to tuna at a seafood restaurant. Come in. I'm just doing my best not to cut my hand, to be completely candid with you, because I can't imagine anything more painful right now. There you go. All done, ready to cook. So here is the catch and cook setup for today. So I've had this for 2 years now, gotten some pretty good use out of it. Basically what it is a small propane tank and a little connection right here that actually opens into a cooktop. You just take it, screw it directly to the tank, and it uses it as its base. You'll hear the gas flip into it right there. I don't know if you heard that, but it did it, I promise. And we'll see how well this goes just because of how windy it is, but I'm hoping we can be pretty effective. So we got our cooktop right here. We got our fillet right there. There it goes. And that is as hot as you're ever gonna find anything to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on here, get this heating up, and then we will move towards getting this thing cooked up and ready to go. So I'm having to use the bucket to actually block the wind here just because the wind's kicking up, but I'm seasoning this with some salt, with some pepper, some black pepper. And just want to let y'all know that while I'm doing this, the line is back out in the water. We got some cayenne pepper. Okay, cool. So we're all seasoned up. We're gonna run it with that, get some butter in the pan, get that cooking down, and then we'll throw this on. So we got this butter cooking down, melting, and we're gonna make sure I get this set down properly. It's gonna end up on the ground. There she goes. And just gonna put our trout straight in there. And it should start dancing here in a second. There it goes. And all the while, we got the line back out in the water. Again, we're trying to catch our limit today. So we got 5 more that we can keep. And the plan with this actually is that I'm gonna make some fish tacos. And obviously, this would be the fish. So, all right, I'm gonna go get cleaned up. We're gonna let this cook. I'm gonna get some onions in the pan, and then we'll run from there. All right, so while that's going, we're gonna get some onion in here, and it should be good. Hopefully we can get this doing what we want it to here. And I'm trying to squat down around it so the wind doesn't pull this off and put it on the ground, because really I can't think of anything that would make me more upset right now than if I put this trout on the ground, because I am some kind of hungry. So all right, cool. So we're gonna let this cook, let it run for a little while, and then we'll get the cheese and taco and avocado ready. We got the second one on. Right here, we're about to get this fish taco put together. And I mean, the rod just started to bend, so we're gonna get this one in. Oh, it looks to be a good size one too. Oh, I just lied to you. It's pretty average. It's okay. It's a keeper though. For sure is a keeper. Again, these fish are just they're beautiful. I can't get over them. Cannot get over them. So this is how we're gonna do the taco part. We got some Mexican mixed shredded cheese. We're gonna put that, oh Lord, that's way too much. We're gonna put that into the pan and get it all spread out and get it melted down. And once it's melted down, I'm going to just slap a tortilla right on top of it. It is the best way to do this. Who would ever thought I'd be out here on a lake making tacos? What? Let's see if we can get this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Again, you're gonna have to excuse the noise from the wind. I can't really control that, obviously, but man, a little avocado, some sauteed onions, fresh trout. I mean, maybe 15 minutes old. But yeah, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I am happy that I did it. So let's just go. Oh wait, we gotta bless it. Lord, thank you for today and just being out in your creation and getting to enjoy nature and everything that you have provided us with. Lord, we thank you for this trout. We thank you for this food. We ask that it would bless my body so that it might be a better service to you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Let's just dig into this. Oh, I am so excited. Again, I haven't eaten anything today other than a wad of ham. Maybe it was turkey. I think it was ham from the fridge. All right, whatever. Mm. That's just silly. Also, got a chest mount for filming, for fishing. A little celebration on finishing out my first 2 semesters, or Masters of Engineering, with a 3.67 GPA. So I spent $40. This is ridiculous. Hey, look at this view. Goodness. So I guess from here, sorry for talking with a mouthful. I guess from here what I'm gonna end up doing is just keep on fishing. I guess this is 2 on the day, so I got 4 more to catch. And let's see if we can bag out and get out of here. The gusts of wind that are coming through here right now are insane, but I thought that I would show you all the setup that I'm doing with the power bait. So what I'm doing is I cover the entire hook, if you can see that, with the power bait itself all the way up to the eyelet. And I try not to use too much. I want it to be a relatively small amount. But again, this is a size 8 hook, so I mean, you can sort of compare or do whatever when you're rigging it up. So that's how much I'm putting on. I'm gonna go ahead and get this back out there, and I'm fishing just about, I don't know, 40 yards off the shore. I'm trying to get it out there to where the ledge is and where the drop off is, and I'll explain that a little bit more in detail after I get this out there. Oh, there it goes. That should be a pretty nice one. Nah, it's looking like it's probably just about the same size as the other ones. Nothing too crazy. Oh, it's wanting to run though. I'll tell you that much. Awesome. Let me get the net. Let's see if we can get this thing netted effectively. Beautiful. There it is. There we go. Again, these fish are just beautiful. All right, let's get it strung up and we'll just keep on going. I think I ought to measure this one first though. They only got to be over 7 inches, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to end up in these situations. Okay, so while I'm getting this back out in the water, I figured I'd explain how I'm choosing where I'm fishing. So you can go onto public databases. Let me get this cast real quick. Gotta wait for this wind to die down a little bit. Oh. All right, so you can go onto public databases and look at topographic maps of areas where lakes are in. And so what I look for in a spot to catch lake trout is I look for areas where it's a gradual drop with maybe some coverage, just some action on the bottom, and then a ridge line. And so there's a ridge line that runs through here, I believe. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. There's a ridge line that runs right through here. So yeah, that's pretty much where I choose how I choose where to fish. Sit here and wait for another one to get on. Holy crap! All right, we're running. We're going. I just threw it out there. Right? It should be. No? Okay, I'm totally wrong. I'm losing my mind. Apparently. I would have sworn one was on there. It started moving away from the wind. Nope, we do have one on. There we go. Look at that. I mean, right after putting it out there. Again, it'll start running the moment that it sees shore. There it goes. There we go. Got another one in. I'm gonna say it every time I catch one of these fish. I never get over how pretty these things are. They're just absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, let's get this back out there. It's just a very okay cast. I'm actually kind of upset about that. I want to bring it back in. It's all about this positioning and getting it all the way out there to that lip. If you're not quite there, it's just not going to work. They're not going to leave what they know best. And I lost the bait. We're starting all over again. Dadgummit. All right. Well, I guess let's try this again. All right. Get a nice little ball. My fingers are freezing cold. I'm moving slow, slow, so slow. What? What, did I have a stroke right there? Come on, you can word good today. Let's do it. And now we're cooking with peanut oil. Let's get this in the water. There it goes. That's just where I want it. Let it hit the bottom before I let go of this line. So I want it to be able to sit. All right, cool. And we're fishing. I don't know if y'all could see that, but that was some of the coolest stuff that I've ever seen. Right there is a tree, and two bald eagles just came out of the sky spinning and then landed in that tree over there. That was some of the coolest stuff that I've ever seen. I hope I got that on video. Another one. What I was about to say is something that I love about this rod is just how sensitive it is. I know it's kind of dingy and I know it's kind of ugly and old, but you know, it's so sensitive that you can feel and see just about anything that's going on. And that was kind of sweet though, that I was just trying to talk about the rod and it took off. But yeah, absolutely love. Oh, look at him. Go crazy then, buddy. Oh, that's a good size one. It's a pretty fish. I'm gonna say it every single time that I see one of these things. They are gorgeous, man. Let's get a look at this. Look at that. Oh. Speaking of, watch me snap that rod I was just braising in half. Look at that thing. Let me get it out of the sun. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful fish. See if we can get it in the sun. See if we can get those colors shown. You see that purple and that blue, all of that. Mind you, I got big hands. All right, I got 10-inch hands. So these aren't small fish. All right, cool. Let's get this in the water. Y'all, I can hardly keep my line in the water, to be completely candid with you. Not that it's a bad thing by any means, but by no means is it a bad thing, but it'd be nice to sit down and be able to relax and just watch. Just be out here. All of this kind of reminds me of a thought that I had earlier, though. Y'all know you can just go out and do stuff, right? Like, you don't have to get permission from anyone. You could just put down your phone and go outside and explore and just be out in nature and all that stuff. I know I'm getting super, you know, deep for a fishing video here. But it's true. I feel like a lot of people just sit inside and sit on their phone all day long instead of going outside and just enjoying being out in nature. You know, it's cold, but I'm having a day out here. Let's see if we can catch another one. That's a very small amount. We got a good cluster down there in the water. I think we're at 4. We ate one, so that's 5. So we got one more to catch, and then we're out of here, fellas. So let's get this line back in the water without breaking this rod. There we go. While I'm waiting for this wind to die down so I can cast out there, I figured that I would tell y'all this. So in this sort of unorthodox bullet weight setup that I got here for casting, I have 3 on there just because the wind's a little bit stronger and I want to be able to get this out there against the wind. So I threw 3 on there, but I think 3 is just about where it maxes out, because at that point you end up in a mess where you're tangling your leader with the weights, and then when it hits the ground it's more so wrapped around your line rather than giving you a chance to keep your line away from your leader. So it ends up in a situation where your bait is actually floating straight up your line, and trout are pretty line shy, and so you really don't want to end up in that situation. So I'd say 3 is just about the max. And quite frankly, if you're fishing in wind that is requiring more than 3 of these, you probably should just go back inside. So that's the setup on the weights, and I just wanted to tell you all that. Can y'all see him up there? Big old bald eagle. Gracious. I hope y'all can see him. He's beautiful. Oh, and there's the other one. I wish the zoom would work on my camera, but it won't. But this is just so cool. Guys, I had just gone to go take a leak, and we got one on. All right, this will be the 6th one today. Oh, it seems to be a pretty good size one too. It's wanting to run a little bit. I had just recast. I positioned it over there to the left of that tree that's out there in the water, and I had just gone off to go relieve myself, and look over my shoulder, and it's wanting to run on me. I thought I was going to lose my rod, my favorite fishing rod. So, oh, it's a pretty one. Every time they come to the surface, I say that. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, this has got to be the biggest one of the day. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Let me get the net for this just so I don't break my line. Come on. Yes. God, that's a pretty fish. Let me open this bail. Look at that. Wow. Oh, no, stop it. Stop it. Man, what a way to finish out the day. Look at that fish. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. Oh, stop it. Man. Oh, gracious. No, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so that puts us at the limit for today. That is, in the state of Virginia, you can only keep 6 per day per person. And so that's going to put me right at the limit. Oh, no, don't do that. Come back up here. Come back up here. Stop that. Okay, you've got me worried now. Guys, I'm going to end this. Try to do it as humanely as I possibly can by giving him a little bonk on the head with a nice stick. But look at that fish. What a way to close out the day, to hit my limit. Just a beautiful rainbow trout. All right, y'all, so I could not have asked for a better way to close out the day than catching a 15-incher on the last cast. I had just gone to reset my line into a better location because the wind was blowing my line up into the tree back behind me. So I went and reset it, and not, I don't know, 30 seconds later, I come down off the hill after taking a leak, and man, there's just an absolute monster on the line. So, got that 15-incher in. But guys, that's gonna do it for me here on the Appalachian Farm Hand channel. I'm gonna go ahead and gut these and get them prepped to bring them back home. But if this is content that you guys enjoy, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you haven't yet, like this video. It does a lot for the channel. But as I said before, that's going to be it for me here. Please come back and join me again sometime.